Hello everybody, welcome back.
Catch
Super
up
late
to
model
York.
fixed series time here at Nashville Fairgrounds on the big oval. It's gonna be fun. Starting 5th, car number 12, 20 car field, full field. Halfway decent strength of field for this. I'm really hoping this is not a caution-filled race. I probably outqualified what my actual pace is, but short runs, I don't know. Attempted one of these, it was not good. Short runs were about all we could do, just a couple laps. So, got a feeling that track position is going to matter quite a bit. The pole sitter was having issues with his VR headset, so, or was saying it could die. So, I don't know if he already disappeared or what happened, but I guess that could be a break for us to end up starting in 3rd now. I don't know. Let's just try to take it, move on.
Good luck.
Okay,
and,
Jake.
try to keep it clean.
Focus. Let's go.
Off rolling. Just gonna try to take it easy through 1 and 2. Outside line's gonna try to pinch this down. Just don't want to get loose off the corners. Already got cars everywhere down the backstretch behind.
Still there.
Again, just too much throttle, so fall back to 4th. No big deal.
P4. Full course caution.
And we get a caution, so we'll be starting on the outside now. Restarting on the outside. We got cars sliding even under caution. So the pole sitter
Thank you.
had a connection issue, dropped off, so that's fun.
Single file behind car.
So yeah, like I said,
Under caution. Pitch
short
closed.
runs are dominating this. I'm really sorry if this ends up being a terrible race and caution filled. I don't know why it's so bad. I guess it's a tough track. How you hit the bumps out of the corners matters quite a bit for how well the car handles. Just seems like a lot of people have not been able to grasp that. So
I've been working on it, you know, squats.
But we'll try to make the most of it. Chat down. I'm tired of some of the talking, so I know it's not as loud for you guys. I just don't mind chat when it's beneficial. Right now, it is not. So trying to get the safety rating up, see if I can run a fix by the end of the week. Iowa, the next gen cars, current gen cup cars, whatever you want to call them at this point. Sounds kind of fun. So I've not gotten to run them there. I think I've run ARCA, C-Fix, and B-Fix there, so it'd be fun to run those. Obviously, quite a bit away at 3.3, but we'll see what we can do. Try to get there.
I can confirm that.
Starting on the outside, it's at least if there's a track to do it, this is one of them that's not terrible.
How can you?
Had a little bit of practice on the outside in the first race, so got a little bit more comfortable with it. Wow, that's pretty crazy. One car that's running almost the exact same paint scheme as me, and considering it's an iRacing one, that's even kind of crazy. iRacing default, whatever. I mean, it's not a default, but
Nightfall, what the hell?
not sure what the Knight's doing.
I know how to play with a stick, if you know what I mean.
So yeah, you'll get to see kind of my paint scheme in a way, minus the graphics. I don't know.
Pits are open.
It's kind of weird, but it's almost the same thing. But hey. So we're starting out on a short track. Figured I'd get probably one of the worst combinations out of the way, considering I don't think I'm going to run C-Fixed at the LA Coliseum.
We're under caution. Pits
I
are
looked at
closed.
results from 1 or 2 of the races, and it was exactly what I thought. Nobody got out of there cleanly. Cautions galore. Yeah, I'm sure that's not been very fun. So I am perfectly fine with skipping that for this week. I think that might be just as bad as Daytona, and Daytona week's coming up in a few weeks, so just yeah.
Hey, are those wind stickers on your car? He wishes. They're tramp stamps.
And then we got
Yes, they're wind stickers.
Oxford Plains late model, which I need a lot more practice at. I am terrible at that joint in any series, so got a lot to learn there.
All right, Jake. Get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
SKs are at I don't even remember where they're at, honestly. That's how bad I am. Oh, IRB should be B fixed at Atlanta should be fun this week. arc at Thompson should be kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see how an outside line goes. But we're going to focus on this right now. Get back ready to go under green.
Green flag.
Just trying to get a good enough restart to pull away. 5s to our inside still.
Stay high, you got one inside.
Got cars bouncing all over the place on the inside. Gotta watch out for them, and we get a caution, so. Still can't even make it half a lap now. Track positions, definitely key if you're going to run one of these this week, or if you just don't want to I-pace. It's probably a good one to avoid so far. Unless people somehow magically learn how to drive later on in the race, or later on in the week.
I'm going into the fucking corner. What else you want?
Full course yellow. Pits are open.
I guess Brightside is it's giving me a lot of practice on restarts in this series.
I mean, bro, you weren't even at the corner yet. You broke so early.
5 was pretty quick on the inside. I'm guessing the 1 will also be pretty quick. He was behind us, so. Top 10, I'll be happy with it, even though I qualified 5th. Would love to. I don't know if I have the pace to hold everybody off, especially on the short runs and restarting the outside. So we'll shoot for top 10, and if I can come near a top 5, I'll be thrilled to death with that. And we'll see if we can do less than, I don't know. This is caution number 2. Let's go less than 8 cautions for the race, which is pathetic, considering that would still burn probably half the race under caution if we did like 6 or 7, but we'll see. So 10 got a big benefit with the pulse there with the 20 disconnecting that gave him the lead, and now he's basically just going to be able to command the race the rest of the way. Because we're never going to get more than like 2 laps of green flag racing at a time. This is going back to what I used to know Speedway fix as, and if we could make this where caution laps don't count, then
pits are closed.
Yes, the race would take forever, but the race wouldn't be anywhere near as bad because you'd actually have to get green flag laps in instead of burning the majority of them under caution. Last race I sustained quite a bit of damage because I probably turned out on somebody out of a corner. I don't know, it was pretty close. They hit the bumps and probably bumped up too, coming out of turn 2. It spun me 90 degrees to the left or the right, I don't know, down the backstretch. I just hit the brakes, locked it down, and I'm pretty sure like 3/4 of the field came in and made contact with me before I finally got settled and got going. So spent half the race repairing the car and trying to work my way back up through the field. Recovered a few spots, only to have somebody hit a bump on the last lap or second to last lap and end up knocking me out of the way, and got shuffled back to almost dead last on the lead lap. So get ready to go.
Green, they're on the inside.
And he's getting a decent start, slot in front of the 5. Just gonna get back to the bottom line. One's trying to work the outside. For the 1 and the 5 getting the battle. 11 got a little loose there out of 2. Hopefully I don't make mistakes and try to just sit here in 4th.
That's a new fastest lap for York. 18.
At least got 1 lap under green.
Behind has just done a 8.
Just trying to cut underneath out of turn 2, so I gotta watch my exits. There's our second green flag lap in a row.
Last lap time is a 18.
That is a record for this race.
Lap time was 18.10.
I am holding the entire field up clearly. So one's not going to enjoy that.
That lap time was...
You got one on the
He's gonna
inside.
dive it into the inside. He does.
Still there.
Just have to give it to him.
Keep it
One on
together,
the
hold your
wall.
line.
That was the
Clear
10.
inside. Low side, you got one.
One's still working the inside.
is now in the lead.
10's
clear.
loose. Two's battling on the inside. We get bumper from the 1. Somehow save it. Going all the way to the back of the field now.
Full course caution.
And we got one around. That is the 2.
Pace car is out. Line up single file behind
So,
car
no
number
0x.
11.
Unfortunately,
Pace car is out. Pits
you
are
know,
closed.
the
We
one
think Cook has been down.
got in the back of this. I'm sure he was just impatient, tired of me holding him up. That short track racing, so I don't think I'll be fast enough to get back to him. If I do, you know, I don't know.
Pits
I'm
are
not gonna worry
open.
about repaying the favor. I understand the courtesy there. We'll get a couple spots, it looks like. No real damage, just got the back bumper, and guess I checked up hard enough that iRacing assigned the blame to me, so we'll take it, move on. It's pretty tough to get through this series without any kind of incident points, especially when you're that slow. So we're back to 12th. Right back to where I'm supposed to be. Hopefully I'm faster than some of these people and can work my way up a couple spots. Like I said, that's why I think the top 10 is a much more realistic and probably tough goal as it is, let alone, you know, trying to go after. But I'll take a look at the move at the 1, see if I cut in front of him, if he was there, and I don't think I came across his nose. I think he just got in and gave me a shot, but we'll take a look at it. Thankfully, I was able to keep the car on the apron, not hitting the wall, and not coming back up in front of the field, so it was beneficial that way. And I was not the cause of the caution, the 2 getting turned around. That was the cause of it, so
What did you say?
starting on the outside will be fun. Trying to gauge this part of the field that I have not been in at all, and not really sure what the racing's going to be like. Assuming these are where the wrecks were happening, but I'll have to see. We were getting a few green flag laps in at least. Some mixing up going in the top 3 up ahead.
Pits are open. We're under caution. Pits closed.
I think the 1's sitting 3rd now. Yeah, so we're proud of him. If he got through it without getting a 0x, then I guess you know exactly how to do the bump and run. So it really wasn't quite a dump and run. It was bump and run to send me down to the inside of the track instead of sending me off the track, but no big deal. Try to recover. I'll give you guys something good to watch. Working our way back up through the field, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Just gonna have to latch on it and hope that I have pace and can find the right line to get around
Okay,
people
Jake,
without getting
get
caught
ready.
up in
Race will
anything.
resume at the end of this lap.
I don't know.
10 still hangs on to the lead. 11 I think is second now. Yeah. You got the 1 and the 5 in the second row, so. See what it's like mid-pack now. Ready to go here?
Green flag. We're
Clear up high.
6 didn't really get going outside. But we get by the 14 at least, so that gets us 1 spot. We got 1 car flying on the inside. Almost 3 wide for a moment. That was the 16. Could be a reason for Rex, possibly, if he's been doing that all race long. To make note of it that he's really aggressive on entries as well.
That lap was at 18.
So gotta watch up ahead for anything happening, as well as behind for the 16. 6 slightly loose off of turn 2. Side by side between the 13 and the 18. Somebody's really got room to go. We got 1 loose down low into 1. It's gonna come back up onto the track. Super late models everywhere. It was the 16 diving it in. gonna get taken out at some point in time. We're gonna try to get by the 13
The
if we
lap
can.
time was at 18.37 P11.
Seems somewhat slow. He gets into the 6. Gets just kind of turned down off the wall into him. Six is kind
Right
of
side.
all over.
You've just done a
Work to
18.41.
the inside of him if we
Still
can.
there. Still there. Clear high.
Inside
You're on the
line
right side.
can be quick, but can also give up
Keep it steady.
time.
Still there.
Your last lap time was at 18.40.
We got
Still there.
flipping everywhere.
Full course
Somehow
caution, watch out.
work our way through that. That was really cool. I think the 6 got involved in that. 2
Race
gets
cars
his
out.
way through
Line up
that, so
single
he's trying to
file
work back
behind
up through the
car
field.
number
Got the 16
06.
behind me. We'll see how many
We're
spots
under
that picked us
caution.
up.
It's closed.
I just saw cars start going everywhere, and it kind of just parted the middle of the track on the backstretch. Puts us up to 8th, so inside the top 10, starting on the outside
Full
again.
course yellow. Pits are open.
But the 16 to the inside, he is so aggressive. Gonna have to really watch for that. Guess the safety rating probably would be indicative of that driving style, but I know people probably look at mine and think the exact same thing.
All right, Jake. That's half
Feel
the
bad
distance.
for the
Fuel
6
levels are
that the
fine.
13 came off the wall on the backstretch, just kind of drove into him. Not really sure what that was about. 9's gonna get a lap back, otherwise known as me 2.0. I don't know if that's necessarily a better version of me. Guess it could be, could not be. Got the 17 who stopped outside. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay. Maybe that'll actually count as a spot that we get to keep, that we get to go to the inside. I don't really know what's going on, so. Never mind. There he comes again. I don't know what's going on, honestly. People everywhere. iRacing, scoring maybe, having some fun.
He's a raid. I'm gonna be on that shit.
Pits are open.
Pow, right in the kipper. You're keeping me.
Dude, I'll make out with you, bro.
Socks on or off?
Thought something
Race
was
cars
being
out.
said
It's
of value in the
closed.
chat. I lied. Nope, nothing good. In fact, not really listening to him. So maybe we'll get lucky. The 16 will hold up the 2 with his aggressive moves. Hopefully we just don't become a victim of it to try to break away. Try to keep inching away back towards the top 5. Just trying to keep it clean. Keep going in the right direction. Not overdrive the right front too bad. Even though short run
Race cars coming in
speed seems
this
to be
lap.
where it's at, so you don't worry about the tire wear quite as much. Try not to lose it off of the corners. It helps in picking up spots, and yeah, just let the rest of it fall where it does. 26 to go once we get the green. Lined up behind the 18.
Clear.
Not gonna go
Are inside.
Three
Clear
wide.
low. Stay high.
16 still on the inside. We're gonna try to get
Arlo.
by him. Had the run on the
Still there.
outside.
Dig it.
The 18 got in the wall. We've got the 1
Full course
sliding. He keeps it straight, but we end up by him. I don't even know what's
Race
happening.
car is out.
So the
Line
one's
up
supposed to get the
single
spot
file
back. We'll let him
behind
by.
all. We're under caution. Pits are closed. We think
He gonna run into
Marshall
somebody.
has binned it.
He not very happy. Yeah, there's what we were looking for. So the one's just, yeah. The one's a jerk. I don't know
It's
what that was
open.
about. 17's gonna go back after the one.
Enjoy your 3 weeks on iRacing.
Now I want to listen. Oh, this is gonna be funny.
Hey man, it's okay. I'd hate to be loser too.
It's the reason I got slammed in the middle of the front stretch.
Everybody's a victim in this race.
Appreciate the 4X, guys.
16 when caution came out going into 1, I almost bodied you, dude. I did not expect you to hit him.
Coming up top.
You did what? You heard me. That's kind of kinky.
Now the argument's not as good as I thought it would have been.
He said he wants to touch your body.
I don't know. So I guess the one,
What do you mean by that?
Karma. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll look and
Dude,
see what
I
happened
went
at that
through
one
the
tier
tightest
afterwards.
squeeze through that wreck, bro. I went through the 3 and the 1, bro. I went through the middle, split that shit somehow, some way.
I think the one's still gonna be. No, he's not on the lead lap.
Hunter, I hope you're gonna enjoy this last race of yours.
Oh my gosh, shut up, bud. You fucking just ass packed me going into 3, put me in the fucking wall.
We can't head on into the fence. It just tickles me to think.
Good for you, bud.
I'm just tickled to be here like a fat girl at prom.
Alright, we're going back to not listen to this. It's kind of funny hearing the argument. So the 17 wasn't happy with the intentional wreck from the 1 under caution, which was pretty blatant. He said he's going to protest him.
Shit on the track. You wanna be a baby and go call the admin store.
The 1 doesn't see the need for the protest and just thinks he was evening the score because he feels that the 17 wrecked him.
Good for you.
I guess people feel entitled.
Pace car is out.
I
Pits
don't
are
know.
closed.
If the 1 got dumped, but he dumped me, like, I hate that people feel the need to use contact, or I shouldn't even say feel the need to use contact, are willing to use contact, but then the minute anything goes wrong and hits them, they are the first to whine about it and retaliate. Like, if you want to start dishing out contact, by all means go for it. Just understand that, you know, stuff, like, it's going to go both ways, even if somebody's not paying you back. Like, it's short track racing. You kind of just have to take the bad luck and you get frustrated about it, but just control yourself a little bit. You know, I talk about dumping people and stuff. That's my frustration, but very rarely do I act on it. So
Okay, Jake, get ready. Racer
guess
regime
we'll
at the
be
end of
watching
this
out for
lap.
retribution. At least this time it puts the 16 on our outside. I don't know who's faster between the 18 and the 13, because we got a run on the 13, but then the 18 got in the wall, the backstretch, and that kind of stalled out our run. So maybe it's better to be on the inside. See what we can do. Get ready to go here. 10's gonna have control.
Green flag.
Clear inside.
Not the best restart, but not the worst.
P7.
All the way from the 16
right.
and the 19
Clear.
behind.
Right
Trying to
side.
work by. I think you got it.
Full
Whoa.
course caution.
And
Watch
we
out.
get a caution. We're not by the 13, so we stay.
Pace car's
There,
out.
and
Line
the
up
13
single
goes
file.
around.
Behind horn.
I don't
We're under caution.
think I
Pits
touched
are
him.
closed. It looks like Carter has stacked it.
If he went around, I think that was netcode,
His top split.
and I'm really sorry if that happened.
Holy
Pits are open.
shit, 13, you can't park there.
I literally had nothing show
I'm
up.
sorry, Jacob. I take full responsibility for that one, bud.
I can't believe anybody here has a high enough safety rating to drive this fucking car. It can be a little intriguing sometimes. I mean, I thought it was iRacing, but this is great.
I guess we'll wait and see if the 13 gets angry at me. I don't know. I didn't think I touched him.
It's called iPacing.
No incident points showed up.
That's up top.
He just started spinning around the nose and I tried to stay off him. I don't know. Maybe the 2 got into
a
him.
bunch of babies in a race.
I have no clue.
Austin, be quiet.
He gets
That's the nail
another
on
lap
the
back.
coffin one car. I totally agree. Hey,
Go back to not listening. If I see the 13 pop up, I'll try to listen in and apologize. I don't know what happened. I guess there's a lot to look at now.
Nothing, Austin. You're a pretty guy, you know?
So 16 is going to have the advantage back to the outside, but maybe we can get a quick enough start. I don't know what the 15 is like, but try to get by the 18 if possible. See if we can get ourselves back into the top 5. All with a little less than a quarter of the race left. I don't even know what caution we're on, honestly. I lost count.
Alright.
So yeah, make sure if you're going to run this, qualify first. Just try to stay up there and not get dumped. And if not, I would probably just advise to avoid it. Or run the open side. I don't know if the open side's any cleaner, but I can't imagine it's much worse,
I just want to say,
honestly.
We're under caution. Pit's closed.
all of y'all don't listen to the rules, I'm just saying. Fourth ball, guys. Dude.
Probably just as good as you are there as you are up here.
Hunter, I mean, you look bad on iRacing. Forget Fortnite. I crank 90s on you all
I don't know, I heard something about me. Who knows what the 9 said? I'll go back and listen to it later.
Are you challenging him to a build-off? Dude, I'll take that smoking fucking ball guy, bitch. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Hunter, you don't want to get one bump.
Race car's in this lap.
Get that 99 yellow.
All of y'all are beautiful. Shut the hell up. Anybody know what the blue button is?
Good thing I don't care what's said on the chat about me. People are dumb, is what it is, so. Get ready to go here. Super late model fixed racing at its finest.
Green, green, green.
Clear up high.
Okay. I guess that was a way to get a start.
Car inside, keep high.
P5.
And the minute you leave a hole, somebody dives in and takes it.
Hold your line.
Attack
Clear line.
behind, 2 ends up turning.
Got a full
I
closed
don't even
caution.
know whose
Watch
fault
out.
that is between the
Race
2
car is
and
out.
whoever else.
Line up single file behind car number
I
15.
don't even
Race
know,
car
but
is
somehow
out.
we end up
Pits
5th.
closed.
I don't even know. The 2 comes out of it. 7 somehow looks like he got it through that clean. 3 gets through it. 16.
I feel very special.
We're gonna spend just as long
It's
unpacking
open.
all the wrecks
I'm just here so I don't get
as looking at the actual race. Like, this is just, yeah, I'm never doing one of these again this
I'm just here so I
week.
don't
This
get
is
fined.
just stupid. This has been really pathetic.
Oh, so am I. Don't worry about it.
19.
Cars in that same car, dude. I apologize. That's on me.
Was he
Yo,
on the lead
so we
lap?
both get fined 'cause we split the difference?
Yeah, so now he finds himself like way up.
I don't mind it.
19 who got back on the lead lap is now 10th. Nice. That's
Word, bro.
That's awesome. So I guess the other side is if you get lapped down early, don't have fear. You, with enough cautions early on, can get back into the race.
Just for that, we're making it 100 laps. Try it.
This is really stupid. So sorry you guys are watching this, but I guess the fact that we're running top 5 is about the only thing that's keeping me running this recording and still probably uploading it. Or I guess we'll do this as a PSA of, if you really, really don't love the super late model, don't run the race this week. Also got to make sure to skate off the 17 if I can, because it's very clear he gets very angry about stuff as well. Although it was more probably the 1. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And we will have like probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 to go when we get back on our green flag. Don't have confidence that we can finish the race out
Full
under the
course
green.
yellow. Pits are open.
I thought you were a lap down.
8 to go once
We're
we're
under
green.
caution. Pits are closed.
I'll be happy if I can keep this at 4x, break even in the safety rating, gain a little bit of I rating, and call it a week at super late models. I almost feel like I trust Arca at Talladega more than I trust this right now, given how bad it's been. caution laps weren't counting, I think we'd only be on like lap 11 or something. But I guess the bright side is caution laps counting, or
Okay, Jake, get ready. Race
more
resume
laps
at the
that
end
have
of this
counted
lap.
with 0x's to try to offset that 4x we got earlier on. So try to time this as best as possible. See if we can hang on to 5th, although I know the 2's pretty quick. And I've got a bunch of other cars that are quick behind, so let's see what we can do.
Green, 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 let's go.
Late start, kind of trapped outside the line. Gets us into 4th momentarily, although I just completely blew the entry into 1. Yeah, puts us in the 4th right now.
Full course caution, be careful.
Oh, there goes 7. 17, I know I did not touch him.
We're under caution. It's closed.
He just looped it in on his
We think
own.
that
Maybe he had
Marshall
too much
has gone off.
brake bias to the rear and hit the brakes too hard. I don't know. Either way, puts us 3rd now. That
It's
one I
open.
knew I did not touch him. Did not have effect on that one. I guess we'll listen for the 17 to yell.
Shut the fuck up, Brian. Nobody fucking asked you.
I'm sorry about that, Jacob. What'd you say? I'm in Discord right now and everybody's talking about it. I can hear there was somebody.
Does your name PJ stand for Philip Jacob by chance?
No,
So we go back to 4th because they get the 17 the spot back.
no. I wish it did, though.
Oh, never mind. Back on the outside. So now we're probably going to get freight train and lose a bunch of spots. Dang, I thought we were going to be 3rd and have a decent shot at a top 5. Because there's not going to be many laps left and people are going to... If you can somehow imagine the aggression level amped up, it's going to be amped up. Which I think it's already been probably at its max this entire race to begin with.
Fortnite again, I got mad at the shop. 10 out of 10 full scrap.
I got the sculpture, bro. Yo, congrats, bro. I got win again later.
No way, bro. I got the
Like,
Black Panther skin.
I don't know, 2 laps to go,
Dude,
probably.
I got Logan Paul.
Maybe we can just get a decent restart.
I got Aaron.
Try to stay 5th and hope that a caution comes out and that's where we finish.
I have Tom Brady.
I am so tired of the chat.
Hunter don't have anything because he's crashing in the back.
Full course yellow. It's open.
17 won't shut up about the 1. People acting like 4-year-old children. Oh, the chat can be a great place. Maybe I don't have the right sense of humor. I don't know.
So is that like oddballs?
Wait, we're having
So yes.
We're under caution. Pits
2
are
to go.
closed.
No green white checkers in this series if you're not familiar with that, so like I said, hope I get a decent restart, try to stay 4th or 5th, and hope the caution comes out, and that's where we finish and I get my top 5. As well as don't run the risk of getting dumped in another 4X. I think the 10 is going to end up leading all the laps, most likely. Maybe all but like 1 or 2. Because you can't ever get long green runs in. So, who knows if he's even the fastest guy on the track. Alright, so we'll see how many are on the lead laps. I know how far back I could finish. Finish anywhere from like 2nd to like 15th. Prepared to get dumped. Get ready to go. Not gonna lay back, but just gonna try to. If I think the 11's ahead of the 10 and gonna have to lay back, then I'll sit back. This is gonna be interesting.
Green flag. Push harder. Get a podium here.
Step 4th right now.
2 to go.
Inside the line, you got 1.
I don't even know who's going where. Somehow we avoid that, and I think I ended up back in probably like 6th, probably. I don't know. We're supposed to be ahead of the 15.
We're under
So
caution.
probably 5th.
It's closed.
So we probably lose a
Looks
spot
like
out of that,
6th
but
Pace car
at least
is out.
avoided.
Line up single file behind Harrison.
Oh no, we get 3rd. Sweet. I'll take that. avoided that wreck. Didn't touch anybody. Wow. Okay, so sweet. Because your checkered flag's gonna be out now,
Pits are open.
and we're gonna bring it home 3rd place. Holy cow!
On
What
there,
a race! I don't even know. Like, just this was like a terrible race, but so much to unpack. Just an absolutely terrible race.
Well done, Jake. Great drive. That's a podium.
So CrewChief was being a bit aggressive, telling me stay aggressive, get the podium, and somehow we end up getting the podium. I'm just gonna get on pit road and park it because I don't want anything of anybody running into us.
Pit lane speed limit is 35 miles per hour. Box in 850 feet.
We'll unpack
Box in
everything.
5, 4,
I'm not gonna go over every single wreck,
3,
but
2,
we'll go over a few of them.
1. Box now.
Alright, so let's get overlay off. And we'll see what all happens. So let's go look at the deal with the one to begin with. So we're gonna align. I think it was this one. No. Not that lap. There we go. Alright, so let's go back. So one's working on the inside. I'm giving on the inside line. Actually, give me 1 second. That's a little loud. Alright, there we go. So, working outside, giving one a lane on the bottom. Not a ton of room, but not there. Yeah, it just drives into the back of us and then gets hit by, I believe that was the... Let's see. So he had the 5 right behind him. Let's go up. Look at this a little bit closer. A little bit of a wider view. Back it up a little bit. So he's working inside. Yeah, that was a dump. I guess not really quite much of a dump and run, but bump and run, kind of semi up. But he hit. If he's gonna do that, he needed to hit more of the left side to send me up the track. Right side's just gonna turn me down, and then the you're gonna see. So he's gonna get into me right there. That's gonna already send me. I was trying to hang on to it as best as I can, and then he's gonna get a shot from the 5, which is just gonna give me another little extra shot and finish me off. So somehow, really lucky that nobody from the field piled in and we kept it clean. So now let's keep taking a look at everything that happens. Here's the 2's deal. So he's got the 10 to the outside. 10 hits the wall, climbs it, comes down, gets in, spins him around. Keeps it up high, minimal contact. Just 16 driving hard. 14's kind of loose off the start. 16 and 14 get together. 7 got wiggly, hits the wall. Rollicking at everything. It's just the stuff that everybody's angry about. So this... I don't know, I want to see the deal with the 1. 17. 17 just got into the 5, sent him out. Wow, that was fun. Let's look at that again. So yeah, here's the 17 who just drives it in. It's to the inside. I don't think he thought the 5 was going to come down. The 5 ended up coming down. He was kind of diamonding the corner. And then you've got the 4 and the 15 behind. So let's see how they get into this one. Because they're all on the inside. They check up, have nowhere to go. And I think this is the one I kind of split the middle. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, so that's gonna be the 6. He was fighting on the outside. Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I mean, I guess I kind of put him in a bad spot, but he had nowhere to go. So, yeah, feel bad for him for that one. That was a tough break, but I don't know. I did what I had to do to avoid it. There's more cars piling in. 16 got into that. 2's in that. I don't even know. Everybody's in that. There's the 6 on the outside. Alright, so here's the deal between the 17. I don't know, a little bit of contact between the 1 and this, or 11 and the 17. And then the 17 just, yeah, gets in the back of the 1, kind of sends him. 1 gets into the wall. 1's going to take that a lot harder than he probably should, because let's watch this. We're just going to keep it here so you can see the 1 come flying in. 17 gets 15. Here's the 1 hunting, and it just turns the 17 into the wall. That was definitely intentional. Yeah, I don't know. I I mean, that was a little bit worse than what the 1 did to me, but at the same time, like, again, the 1, like, you just, mistakes are gonna happen. It's a low strength of field. Like, you kind of just have to accept people are gonna screw up and suck. It's just what it is. So, I don't know. I think he took that a bit too personally, too hard. So, what's the deal between the 18 and the 13? Contact there. I think that just resulted in maybe either 0x or 4x. Okay, so I guess I did make contact with the 18. I don't know. I didn't think I did, but let's watch that from my perspective. Just drove it in, turning down towards the bottom, not coming all the way to the bottom because of the line, and kind of drifting up. Yeah, I got the back of the I believe that's the 18, 13. So I don't know how we didn't get instant points out of that one, even a 0x, but feel really bad for that one. I will send him a message and let him know I'm really sorry. I did not mean to do that to him at all. I didn't really think I got into him, but I did, so that one's on me. I will gladly take ownership of that. He's around there on the inside wall. Gets himself turned around. 17, who's gonna get the wall. Yeah, like I said, we're not gonna look at all of this stuff. That was one of them that happened behind us. Let's see how that unfolded. So you've got the 18 who's battling with the 2 that was just behind me on the outside line. I know I have no effect of this one. 18 coming up the track a little more than he should. Let's look at it from the 2's perspective. Yeah, so I think the 18 expected the 2 to be a little bit closer to the outside wall, maybe, you know, in line with me, maybe a little further out, and the 2 didn't. So then they make a little bit of contact there, gets him loose, and then the 2 kind of comes back down the track, whether or not, I think he's just trying to save the car at that point. I don't know if it's necessarily intentional, but he gets into the right rear, sends the 18 into the outside wall. 16's right there on the left rear of the 2, so he sends the 2 sliding. And let's watch this from further back in the field. We'll watch it from the 7's perspective, because 16 goes sliding. 16 kind of gets a little tap off the 4. I don't know, that actually stayed fairly clean. Didn't collect as many cars as I expected. So here's the 16. Everybody else basically gets stopped, so fairly clean. And that ends up being the finish. I want to look at the last lap, how we avoided. No, it doesn't end up being the finish. So 17 in front. Yeah, so that's when the caution came out, and you can see I'm absolutely nowhere near him. So unlike the deal with the 13, nowhere near the 17. When caution goes out, he just hits the brakes and loses it. So good there. Here's the deal on the last lap. Contact between the 7 and the 11. Alright, let's go watch this from my perspective. Like I said, normally I'm not going to watch all these wrecks, but there's just so much that I was around or in and just trying to avoid, so I guess it's kind of great. At least this is probably going to be the most exciting part of the race, considering we spent the majority of it under caution. But so the 7 17, whatever, makes contact with the left rear of the 11. Tries to dive it in. I guess he's kind of there, but he drives it in a bit aggressive. 11 probably had lane choice to come down. Thinks that the 17 is not going to quite be there. 17 kind of just overdrives the corner, gets into his left rear, sends him up the track. They both start sliding, trying to figure out which way to go. On the brakes, I've got the 2 to the inside, so I know I can't cut down. We're on the brakes trying to avoid this. Just riding right behind the 17, and 17 makes contact, sends the 11 back to the outside. We stay straight. So I guess the moment of the caution came out earlier that we were ahead of the 7, the 2, and the 15. Somehow, I think the 7 finished, yeah, 17 finished second. So yeah, that was everything there for the most part. Let me know. I guess biggest thing would be your thoughts on the 1. Was that just a clean bump and run? Was that a bump and run that just went bad that could have been executed better? Same thing, I guess, thoughts between him and the 17, the actual 17, which was the 7 on the car, not the 2, which said the 17 on the car. I guess those 2 are the biggest ones that I want to hear your thoughts on. So sorry for what was literally eye-pacing and terrible. Glad we got a top 3 out of it. 4X looks like probably next to the 10. Yeah, 4X. Yeah, it was the lowest of any car because the 20 didn't run the race at all. So 4X was the lowest anybody got out of it. So I feel pretty fortunate with that, I guess. And third place should help the iRating side. So yeah, we'll just try to make the most of it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Let me know all your comments. And love to hear from you guys. Got the rest of the week going in the right direction. Till the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.